Yeah, guys, this proposal has lots of people talking, asking questions about what could happen if San Bernardino County were to separate itself, become its own state aside from California. Obviously, cities like here in Fontana, Rialto would all be included in that. But realistically, when I spoke with that expert today, he says that chances of this happening are very unlikely. Could San Bernardino County be one step closer to becoming its own state and seceding from California?
That would be really nice.
The state has typically been always focused on LA or the beach regions or Sacramento area, and they feel like maybe the Inland Empire hasn't got its share of respect, as well as the logistics industry here, the families, the growth, the region that has become.
I think it needs to stay the way it is. It doesn't need to be a separate state.
It's a hot topic after real estate developer Jeff Burham first introduced the proposal last week.
San Bernardino County has long suffered enough from the state of California allocation of resources.
Others supporting the proposal, including Upland and Fontana mayors, many believing the alleged lack of funding puts San Bernardino County residents at a disadvantage.
All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion passes 4-0.
This week, the Board of Supervisors taking it one step further with a vote to have the question on the ballot. But seceding would be the very last option.
I was surprised by the idea, and I don't believe it's feasible politically or financially to secede from California. However, I absolutely join with my constituents who have a growing, palpable anger about everything from high gas prices to burdensome taxes.
County supervisors first want to fund a study to see whether the county, with roughly 2.2 million people, is losing out on its fair share of funding.
It's not realistic. I suspect it really isn't intended to be. The purpose of this is to get attention for San Bernardino County's complaints about their treatment at the hands of the state.
To secede, voters would have to be on board, then the decision would need approval by the state legislature and U.S. Congress, something Professor of Government at Claremont McKenna College John Pitney says isn't going to happen.
And Shelby, we understand the board formulated the wording of the measure. What will voters see when they actually go to vote?
Yeah, that's right. If they do finalize that question, this is what they would see on the ballot. Take a look at your screen. Do the people of San Bernardino County want San Bernardino County elected representatives to study and advocate for all options to obtain the county's fair share of state funding, up to and including secession from the state of California? Now, next Tuesday, the board will be back at it voting to approve this, and they will adopt the ordinance. And if they do, if they finalize that, that would put that question on the ballot in November. That's the very latest here in Fontana. I'm Shelby Nelson, KTLA 5 News.